Hey everyone, it's Josh. Well, this morning here at Haverkamp, somebody decided it would be a good idea to start breaking down bedposts, moving stuff around above my head at 4:30 in the morning. So, from 4:30 in the morning to about 5:15 or so, I heard lots of thuds and stomping and, noises in general. So that's how I started my morning, and that further solidifies my case that there's just no escape from the noise in this place anymore. And it sucks because the place used to be cool. You know, it never used to be so noisy like this, but last couple of years it's gotten bad. And as I've said in other videos, if I go upstairs to knock their door, like the management has forbidden me from doing that. So if I go upstairs to knock people's doors and basically tell them to calm down, they're creating a lot of noise. I'm going to be threatened with eviction in some way, shape, or form. And I have the receipts to prove that. Now, it's turnover week here at Haverkamp Properties and here in Ames in general. And what turnover week is, for those of you who don't understand, turnover week is a college town term. And so any town that has a big university has a week called turnover week. And it's really like a 2-week process. But around August 1st, the week before August 1st, and the week following August 1st, college students move out of the apartments they were renting, like as people graduate or move to other apartments or whatever, and then other students move in. So in the week preceding August 1st, like from July 25th to August 1st, a lot of people are moving out of all these buildings. And then from the week of August 1st to about August 8th or so, a lot of people are moving in. So it creates a lot of noise, as you would imagine. People moving furniture in, people using hammers to put, headboards together for their beds and so on, putting dressers together. It sucks. But in most years, you can deal with it because you know it's coming and you can just kind of mentally prepare for it. But when you've had a year like I've had, sorry, I forgot to turn off my darn air conditioner again. And I had to shut it off because I always try to shut it off before I make videos because my microphone picks it up and it distorts the sound of my voice and so on. So anyway, where was I? What was I saying? Okay. So in a normal year, I could deal with this 2 weeks of noise because I can mentally prepare for it. I can know it's coming. I can have my headphones in most of the time, and I'll just deal with it for a couple weeks. That's what I do in a normal year. But there's two things that make this not a normal year. First of all, for this entire last year, like I've said, I've had neighbors above me with older children that like to run around and make all kinds of noise all day, every day. So this entire year has been just like a year of basically nonstop noise. So that makes this turnover week that's now here a lot more stressful than it otherwise would be. Because in years past, I've at least had normal peace and quiet, right? But these last couple of years, I haven't had that. So turnover week is going to drive me nuts this year just for that reason, because there's never really been a break from the noise this whole year. Also, for the last couple of years, people have been moving stuff in and out and hammering and making noise until 1:30, 2 o'clock, sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning. So you'll take your headphones off at like 1:30 a.m. and you'll hear, as soon as you do, you'll hear all kinds of hammering, furniture moving around, stuff like that. People just don't have, I don't know if the clientele changed, but people just don't have no respect anymore. I mean, I wish these people would finish what they're doing by 9:30 at the latest. And then whatever they don't finish, they can come back the next day and finish up. But that's not how they do it. They're going to spend this entire next week or two making noise until 1:30 or 2 in the morning. And so, because that's what they always do. So, that's what I have to look forward to. Again, in most years, I wouldn't complain, but given that it's been a year of noise and a year of landlords harassing me because I don't want to put up with the noise, and I'm asserting my right to quiet and stuff, this is going to be not a fun week. You know what I'm saying? Now, with regard to where the Haverkamp situation currently stands, I don't know. I still haven't gotten the eviction threat that I'm awaiting now that they know about the social media page. They're going to do something to retaliate. It's just a matter of when. Uh, so I looked into ways that I could shield myself from that. For example, last week I looked, excuse me, I looked into could I get a restraining order against Brooke Farmer, the assistant manager here, because she's the one who's been harassing me, sending me eviction threats, knocking my door, and so on. And apparently in the state of Iowa, you can't get a restraining order unless there's like a physical threat. So, being that this is just like a landlord harassment thing, I can't get a restraining order on Brooke. So, I mean, I probably could if I paid a ton of money and went through a bunch of loopholes, but it'd be a big headache, right? So, that's out of the question. So, I know they're going to be at my door at some point, you know. But again, I've done nothing to deserve any of this. I've been a quiet, basically invisible tenant for 7 years here. I only ask for peace and quiet in return. And yes, I do demand it because I show others that respect, and I expect that same respect in return. I'm not playing loud music or doing some other things I want to do in here that might be loud because it would disturb you. I expect you not to do things to disturb me. Like let your 10 and 12-year-old children that are way beyond toddler age run around unabated over my head all day. Yeah, I don't think that's too much to ask. But anyway, so that's that. But yeah, this is turnover week. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens. Again, I'm thinking that they're going to slap an eviction notice on my door sometime in mid-August. I think they're waiting till after August 1st because August 1st is when my new lease starts, and that was, I signed that like 6 or 8 months ago. And I think they're going to wait a couple weeks so that they don't make it obvious, and then they're going to, make up some rule violation for me so that they can put a rule violation on my door. And soon after that, there's going to be an eviction notice on my door. That's the direction that I think they're going. Now, they could always surprise me. I don't know, but I'm sure they're cooking something up. And it's probably something the way I just mentioned. So, but that's life at Haverkamp Properties in 2022, I guess, So that's all for today.